Hi, I'm Rhonda Fred. I'm your health and human science educator, and today I am Extension Einstein.
Awesome!
And this is the Extension Kitchen, and today we have Lisa Palsy with us from
the Fayette County Public Library. You probably know me from Fun Foods or from Science Isn't Scary. So we are going to combine those things today.
So what are we calling this? Fun Food Science today.
Yes.
So guess what? We are going to make ice cream. We're going to make edible soil layers, and we're going to do a little experiment with some potato chips to see how much fat is in there. So we're going to do our ice cream first. Now tell them about the bags. What do we got in these bags?
All right, so we have 4 cups of ice in each of these gallon bags. This one says it's going to have salt in it. This one says salt with no fat. And this one says no salt. So we're going to show you how to make some ice cream by just using things you have at home.
Yep, so we're going to add a cup of salt to that bag.
All right, dump her
Now,
in.
why are we adding salt? Do you have any idea what? Let's make a prediction. That's called a hypothesis.
Yes, it is.
So I'm going to hypothesize or guess or predict that the salt will make the ice melt faster, and then it'll be colder and it'll freeze our ice cream faster.
Right.
You think that's it?
I think so.
All right,
I
so
think
let's
you might have
dump this in.
Okay.
All right, and then this, we're going to do non-fat, half and half, just to see if there's a flavor difference. But it's also going to get a cup of salt. Kids, do not try this by yourself. All right, so we're just going to dump that in. And then we have a bag. 4 cups of ice, but no salt in here. Now we have to make our ice cream. And to do that, what are you doing, Miss Lisa? We got to mix our ice cream first. All right, so I'm going to rinse this out because we don't want a bunch of salt in our ice cream. So to make the ice cream, we're going to need a cup of half and half.
Half and half. All right.
So this is a liquid measure. You're just going to pour it right up to the line.
1 cup.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, so we're going to put it in the baggie marked half and half. All right. Now, if you would be a dear, we need 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Okay, let me find.
And I'll hold the bag.
Tablespoon.
Yeah, and we're just going to dump it in there. You guys think we're going to get ice cream out of this?
I hope so.
1.
1, yep. And 1 more.
Yes.
There we go. 2.
And then we need a teaspoon of vanilla. We have pure vanilla.
Yum.
You know, vanilla is the very favoriteest ice cream ever. So we're just going to dump that in there. And just a little sprinkle of salt. So just sprinkle it.
Okay, just a tiny little sprinkle of salt.
Yeah, just like a little. Yeah, just not even that much.
A pinch.
Just a pinch,
there
okay.
We go.
And then you're going to zip this and mush it up, and it's going to go in the bag with salt.
Okay. Oh, wow.
How's that work? Yes. So we're just going to put that down in there. We're going to have to figure out how to mush that down. Now we're going to make another one with non-fat milk. So the same thing, we need a cup of milk.
Oh, milk.
Yeah, the half and half fat-free. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Turn around so they can see. We're going to use 1 cup measure.
I got it?
Yeah, I think you've got it. Nothing scary about food science, yes. All right, same thing. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Sugar.
Yes. Do you think kids could make this?
Oh, probably.
They're pretty incredible, aren't they?
They are.
Just dump, that's all right. Just dump it in.
Going.
Yeah, just do it. Just pour it in there.
All
and then the teaspoon of vanilla, the favoriteest flavor.
Yeah. I like to add mint to my vanilla.
You do? Do you put chocolate too?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Chocolate mint is the best.
So we're going to zip this up so it doesn't get in our, all right, so I'm going to, this bag, did it have salt? Yes. So we're going to put it down in there, make sure the ice is kind of up over our bag. Now, some people might say this has an advantage because we started with it first, so let's make sure we check it first. All right, I'm going to rinse this salt off. All right, now this is the bag. We're not going to add salt, but
No
we're going to do
salt.
the same
Same thing.
recipes. You want to do non-fat or regular?
Regular.
Let's do regular.
Regular.
Okay.
All right, one more cup of half and half.
Just pour it right in there.
All right, right into the baggie it goes.
Now, nutritionally, ice cream is a sometimes food.
Sometimes food. Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. We shouldn't eat it like, every meal, right?
Sometimes every day.
All right, 1.
1 and 2. All right, and then the
Teaspoon.
vanilla. All right,
Fantastic.
there we go.
All right. We're going to zip this shut, smush it up, and put it in the bag with no salt. Do you know you could do food chemistry? That's what this is. We're going to turn a liquid into a solid by freezing. Okay. All right. So we're going to set these here. You think they're all kind of covered the same?
I think they're about covered the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Down inside the ice.
All right, so I'm going to set a timer, and we're going to check it in 5 minutes. So make a prediction. What do you think will happen?
Well, I would think that it would start to get a little bit more solidified.
Okay.
It won't be so liquidy.
Okay. So the other fun thing we can do is we're going to make edible soil layers.
Yum,
now,
yum, yum.
I know. So we have our bedrock. Now, do you know what bedrock is?
It's rocks that are under the earth.
Yeah, it's on the most outer part of the Earth's crust, and nothing grows there. So we're going to use beautiful little Cheerios for that.
Bedrock.
And then we have parent material. Now that happens over time when through chemistry and the earth movement, the bedrock kind of breaks down.
Okay.
So that's our next layer, and that's right here, parent material. Then we're going to do subsoil.
Subsoil.
So we are going to do
Pudding.
chocolate pudding for that. And this is like rich, and the roots from trees will
Right.
try to grow down and get in there. So we've got that. Then we've got topsoil. So what should we use for topsoil?
I don't know.
How about we use some more of the Cheerios? Would that be all right with you? Topsoil is what stuff likes to grow in, right? Kind of more towards the top of what we see. And then we're going to use fun sprinkles to represent organic material, right? So that could be plant vegetation, grass, and things like that. And just for fun,
Gummy worms. Oh, wow.
they are not scary, right? And we'll put
yummy.
some of those in the top, and then we'll see if we can actually eat this. So to start, we're going to do, remember the layer?
Yep, this is our bedrock.
Okay. And then we're going to do a little bit of this parent material.
Okay, parent material.
We probably ought to get some of them chocolatey ones for fun, don't you think?
Oh, yeah,
A few of
definitely.
those,
Chocolate
yeah.
makes everything better.
Oh, yes.
Even edible layers.
All right. All right, so we've got that. Now what's next? Do you remember?
Subsoil.
So we need to put our pudding in.
All right.
Did you know you could do science in the kitchen?
Yeah, that's fun,
Yes.
isn't it?
So this is what the tree roots look for. Is this look at these? Look at these beautiful layers. So excited. All right. Now let's
We
put a
need our
few more of these,
topsoil.
but crunch them up.
That's what I was
Yes.
thinking. Yep. The
Crunch
little
them
rocks are
up.
at the top.
And this is our part of what makes the layers that we walk on every single day. All right, so look at that. Now, can you see all the layers in there?
Pretty much.
We've got our bedrock, we got our parent material, we got subsoil, and we have our topsoil. You remember what was next?
Mine just spilled.
Don't dump it, don't dump it.
What's next? It is.
I'm going to put some goofy worms in.
Worms, yes. They make holes in the soil to help
Yes, it helps
aerate
keep it aerated,
Yeah.
and when they poo, they leave behind organic material. And this is our organic material.
All right, sprinklies.
Sprinkles. There you go. You think we can eat it?
Oh, I would for sure say so. All that's very
awful
yummy in there.
pretty. Yeah, for sure. So this is edible soil layers. I don't know. You go first. You want to
Me?
try it?
Yeah, sure. I got to get
How
some
can you
pudding.
go wrong, right?
Right, pudding and chocolate. Mmm.
Edible soil
Very
layers.
good. Mm-hmm.
Who said you can't learn about science in the kitchen? All right. We have 1 minute left on our ice cream, so let's
Okay.
kind of pull it over here and see how we're doing.
Well, I don't see a lot of change in that one.
Okay, let's see. This one didn't have salt. There might be a little something going
Congealing.
on.
Yeah,
I think we need to add more ice.
maybe.
Let's do that.
All
Let's
right.
add a couple.
Add some more ice.
Yeah.
It's down here in the freezer.
All right, let's add a little more ice.
Try to cover it up, maybe.
How's this one doing? It's
All
really
right.
cold when you stick your
Stick
hands
your hands
in
down
there.
in there.
It is terribly cold. All right,
here, let's
go
cover
ahead.
it. Let's
Pour some
cover it
more in
up.
there. Think we should add a little more salt?
Yeah, maybe if that's what's
Okay.
going to help melt the ice.
Did you ever make ice cream when you were a little girl? Like in, remember those ice cream, what were they?
The ice cream crane things. Yeah, no, my father-in-law would make it when we would go down for 4th of July, but
All right,
I've never
we're
actually
gonna-
made it all by myself. This one's really cold, but I don't feel much difference
All
in
right,
there.
so let's kind of pull that up on top. We'll add a little bit more ice.
Ooh, it's really cold.
It is cold. Probably should have wore gloves for safety.
All right.
All right, set this aside, and we'll add more ice to this just to be fair, because
Right.
science, we have to do
Right.
the same to everything.
Redo.
All right,
All right, one more. There we go.
fantastic. All right, so we're gonna set these here out of our way, and I'm gonna wash the salt off my hands.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite thing when you do fun foods? Like, what are the foods that kids seem to like the best? And when can they watch those? How do they?
Fun Foods is Tuesday at 2 o'clock live. And it's actually every other Tuesday because then my science show is every other Tuesday as well. So, but
Same time, 4 o'clock?
2 o'clock.
Oh, 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
Okay.
2 o'clock. Yep, same time.
So 2 o'clock, live from the library on Facebook.
On Facebook.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So some of the favorite things we've done is we've done a lot of pumpkin things. We made pumpkin mac and cheese, which is pretty cool. But we've also done lots of desserts. Chocolate eclair was a favorite. That was awesome.
I've watched those. They are super duper fun. So, did you know we can also experiment in the kitchen? So here's what we did. Now, do you like potato chips?
I love potato chips.
potato chips.
I like
wish
sour
I
cream
did-
and cheddar.
So you might not know, but on the back of the bag, it tells you about calories and nutrition and fats. So these are my favorite.
Just plain old classic Lay's. They're classic. How can you go wrong?
And you can't just eat
One.
Yeah,
You
no.
can't just eat one.
So if you look, Miss Lisa,
Yes.
15 chips,
15 chips. Yep.
which is 28 grams by weight, has 10 grams
Wow.
of fat.
10 grams.
So if you eat 15 chips, you are 13% done with your fat for the day.
Yeah.
And it has carbs, but we don't hate carbs. We need about 40% of each meal to be carbohydrate.
Okay.
And they're also super salty, right? So there's
Sure.
170 milligrams of salt.
Wow.
And 160 calories. So probably not the best food. So what we did, I put 1 ounce in a baggie, and it is marked fried or regular, delicious, the best, right?
Right.
Classic.
Right.
And this is a grid. This is called a greasy grid, and we're going to do an evaluation of fat in the chip.
Fun.
Now, your bag has,
bag
what does
says-
your bag say?
It says baked.
Baked. So if you look, here's the difference. Same weight, an ounce, only has 120 calories, so it's 40 calories cheaper. And look at this fat. Can you read the fat
Yeah,
on
this
there?
says 3.5.
And this said,
But 10. So that's a big difference.
Yes.
Big difference.
If you want to eat less fat, and we need to eat less fat.
Go with the baked.
Yes. So, and that's what it says, but we're going to test it to see.
Yeah.
So here's what we're going to do. Now, this is the fun part. So don't get too crazy and don't hit me with the hammer.
Yeah.
We'll have to get John in here. All right, so this was a clean, greasy grid. And what we're going to do is...
Look, yours is even starting to get greasy without even...
I know. So we're going to take these fun little hammers, and we're just going to... we're going to beat the tar out of it. We're going to beat the tar out of it. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so let's just count to 20 the first time.
Okay.
Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so I'm going to hit yours a while just to make sure we did it, because you might hit harder than me.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
You might go 15 this time.
Okay.
1, 2. Okay, ready? Set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You're not missing a number. All right.
I don't think so.
All right.
I got a few more in.
Yeah. So here's the...
Oh, my goodness. Look at all that grease I'm putting into my body when I eat classic chips.
Ooh.
You see that? Look at all that grease.
So it's time to check our ice cream too, but we're going to wait a minute. So what do you notice? But
this one has so much more. There's hardly anything on those baked chips.
So when you think about it, this experiment shows, I mean, what do you think? More or less? This is definitely more grease.
Yep.
And you're right, it started soaking up the grease off of that before we even started hitting it. So again, we like our classic. But if you're just want to cut back on fat, and you know we really do need to cut back on fat. This is kind of clear evidence, right?
Yes, it is.
That is. Who wants to eat that?
Not me.
All right, so we had fun with that, didn't we?
We did. That was awesome.
All right. So you're going to be going, we need these at the library. Oh. So what else do you do when you do science stuff? Because you're going to come down to the Oasis.
Yes.
And is that a science thing out and about? Okay, what are we going to do?
So for the summer and into the fall, we are doing out and about, where I go out and interview people who use science in their everyday jobs. So far we have...
You were at Dr. Kefeber's.
Yes.
I saw that.
Did veterinary science. We've also... done the water treatment center. That one's going to be coming up. We've also interviewed a girl who raises sheep and pigs, and so we're learning about sheep and pigs. I'm also in the future going to be interviewing someone who raises bees, so we're going to learn all about bee science.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
All right, you want to check this? Our timer went off.
Okay.
I'm not feeling too confident that we're going to get ice cream.
Maybe we need to add friction to it ourselves.
Friction?
Well,
all right, so the one with no salt, definitely. It's cold.
It's cold, but it's
not
just
freezing.
Cold cream.
So I'm going to bury it again. We'll give it probably another 5 minutes just to see. I don't know. I bet somebody at home has like, oh, you guys should have, whatever, but, you know.
We've done something.
All right, so we'll try that. So let's see. This one had salt, but was non-fat.
Right, the non-fat. Oh, I feel lumps.
I do too.
Nice.
Ooh.
It's coming along in that one.
So this one needs a little bit more time.
Yep.
All right, do you think a little more salt or a little more ice?
We have a little bit of both if you want to add some more.
Well, let's add a little more. I really want to see if we can get these to freeze.
Yeah. Well,
seemed like when we made ice cream with the crank, did you ever get a sit on there, like to hold the thing down? Because it would like try to pop up on you. Oh, I love that. And we'd put fresh peaches in there.
Yes,
I
yes,
love
yes.
peaches.
Yeah, we did it down in Georgia, and there was always fresh peaches.
Are you from Georgia?
No, but my
No,
in-laws
just-
lived down there for a
okay.
while, so yeah.
Fantastic. So we're going to let that do its thing. And then did you put a little more ice?
Well, we haven't taken this one out to look at it yet.
Oh,
Let's feel it. Is it glumpy? Ooh.
it
I almost
really
could eat
is.
that.
Now, what's in her? Oh, this is half and half. So,
Get
yeah.
it down in there.
So I'm going to try to bury it a little better, trying not to freeze my hands off.
Yep. And then maybe I can just dump the rest of this into there.
Yes, I think that's
without
a good
having to touch
idea.
it and get cold.
Sometimes with science, if it doesn't work the way you think it will the first time, you try again.
Oh, yeah. Well, wasn't it Edison who tried it something over 1,000 times before he actually got something to work?
Yeah,
Let's
so-
hope this doesn't take 1,000 times.
So part of science is not being afraid to fail, because
Right. You
if
still
you
learn.
give up when you don't get it right the first time, then you're never going to get it right. So what else is going on at the library? I know Ms. Scott and we've been working on dialogic reading, and we're putting kits together so families, educators, preschool teachers, daycare workers, grandparents
Right.
can check those kits out.
Yep.
And on a theme, we've got literacy in the garden,
Yep.
we got literacy in the kitchen. And just think about all the great ways that you can talk about words, even talking about, you don't have to necessarily know potato chips to look at the picture, and it gives you a
Right.
clue, right?
Sure.
So you can use everything in the kitchen to help kids learn to read. You really can. So we're doing that. We're going to do literacy in the playground.
Oh, cool.
And literacy in the barn. So we're going to talk about
Oh,
where your
fun.
food comes from.
Oh,
Do you think kids
nice.
know their hamburger comes from a cow?
Well, and that bacon comes from pigs, because I mentioned that in my sheep and pigs episode. It's like, yeah, we're looking at bacon here, kids.
So do you ever do that with kids when you do that, or you just hope they'll watch you
Right
on
now
Tuesdays?
it's just me and whoever I'm interviewing.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. Well, I actually, I watched the one with Dr. Kefauver. Did you ever want to be a veterinarian
No.
when you were,
No,
What
no.
did you want to be when you were growing up?
An archaeologist.
An archaeologist? Well, you loved it.
Yeah, I know. I love the rocks and digging into stuff and
Yeah.
finding fossils and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Finding
so
things from
this
the
past
past.
year, I like to dress up in character. I do. And so I dressed up as the Extension Explorer,
Okay.
and we explored rocks and weather, and we made a total mess in those classrooms,
You had
making
fun,
those
yep.
things. We made snow.
Oh,
because
right.
science isn't scary,
No,
right?
it's fun. Yep.
All right, so what else should we talk about? Is there anything? So the library, is it open?
Yes, the library is open, full open. Masks are not required anymore.
Okay.
They're optional. You can wear them if you want to. So another thing that I do, though, is a learning packet
Okay.
to help homeschool parents or just anybody.
Anybody.
So, yeah, so there's a packet right now that's on children's literature, and I have a display of some of the best children's literature out there, and then there are activities in this packet that's about this thick of all different activities you can do with the books that you're going to read. So each
Love
month
that.
it changes. So I did, like last October, I did one on the Great Chicago Fire.
Okay.
And so we've done one on presidents for President's Day. We did Indiana last December because that's our Indiana's birthday. And so we've got some really
so
cool
what's
ones
in
coming
the
up.
packets so people will know?
It's worksheets and crafts.
Okay.
Just some cutting and gluing and pasting and
My
stuff.
favorite thing, I have 9 grandchildren.
Wow.
3 daughters have sets of twins.
Oh,
so how cool
wow.
is that? So when my kind of middle grandchildren were 3 and 4, we'd go to the local library. And you had them at that time hanging on a round thing in a little packet that hooked on. And our favorite thing was Grandma's quilt.
Oh, okay.
And you had all the little like squares in there, and we could cut that out and glue it on. I thought it was a great thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and they can just check those out, or do they do them at the library?
Well, the learning packets are something that's totally free. You just take it. You don't even have to check it out.
you could take it and go.
Yes, you just take it and go. Yeah, and so I have make and take packets too of all my crafts that I do that you can just come up and pick up the packet and then go home and make the craft.
So if they see something on Tuesdays for Science Isn't Scary or Fun Food, grades, they can just come and get that stuff
Right,
done
yeah.
at the
And
library.
the craft show is Wednesdays at 2.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And what is the funnest thing you did on the craft show?
Oh my goodness, I don't know though. I think that one of the first ones I did was a slinky lizard, where we cut the paper in such a way that when you moved it, it moved. It was really cool. So,
Well,
yeah.
that's awesome. All right, so
I want ice
think
cream.
it's time to just say it's got to either be done or not done.
Okay.
So let's pull these out. We have got, now this was the salt,
This one's salt
yes, salt.
with half and half.
And we got to open it and taste it without getting, ooh, look
I
at
know,
that.
look at that one. Yeah.
This is awesome. It worked.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened with the one that is not salt?
No salt. It's still very liquidy. There's no
It didn't freeze at all,
clumps
did
in there
it?
at all. No.
Okay, I'm going to get my spoon right here. All right, so let's do a little taste test.
All right.
All right, what do you want to start with? You
Oh,
got a
there's
spoon.
my spoon.
All right, so this was, this is half and half. This is
Right.
the fat-free. So let's taste it first. Look
right.
at that.
Oh,
Look how
nice.
slushy it is. Look at that. Can you guys see this? Oh, look at that. Oh,
Dump it into a bowl or something.
yeah. We
we have
didn't
a
get a
bowl?
bowl. We do.
Well, or just the cup. Maybe that one.
I'm going to do this cup right here.
Yeah, that would work. You can
Be
dump it right in.
careful not to get the salt in it, though. That would be a disaster. All right,
Oh,
so
look
it's
at that.
not fully hard,
No, but
but
it looks like soft serve.
oh, it does. All right,
Oh, is this going to be yummy? Are you ready?
I am ready. Okay,
Vanilla ice
Ready?
cream.
that's delicious.
Oh, it's delicious. Can I
I
have more?
could eat. Yes, let's do it. Let's not save any for anybody. Yum. That's really good. And that
Oh.
didn't take very long at all.
No.
Fat-free, half and half, so it's not overwhelmingly fat
Fatty.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Not
I don't think
overwhelmingly.
we can do the pounding test on that kind of fat.
I wonder if we just let it dry. Would that be a clue? Okay. All right, so this was, now I'm going to guess. Okay, it's saying we are done.
It's time to take the bags
All right.
out, which we've done. So
We've
we're
done.
ready.
Okay.
Oh,
Look at
this one.
Now, look. Now, why do you think that froze more solid? It looks like it's definitely more solid.
No, well, must have something
Look
to
at
do
that. What do you
with the
think?
amount of fat or something in it.
Oh, my
Wow, look at it.
That is amazing.
It is.
Look at that. We made it in a
We made ice
baggie.
cream.
All right, ready?
Yeah. Oh, nope.
All right, let's do this. They taste it kind of the same, but
Yep,
this is definitely
definitely,
richer.
right.
Now look, no fat. Fat. Fat must be easier to freeze.
To freeze.
And
that one.
Let's
Yeah,
dump
we
it
dump-
in one
yeah,
of
there we
these.
go.
Yeah, here.
I think I can do this without spilling.
Yeah. Did it freeze at all?
No,
No, and we kind of got chocolate chip bits in there.
that's all right. What is it? Just
Tastes like vanilla milk.
vanilla milk.
Okay. So I think it's clear to say
Yeah.
baked chips are less fatty. We figured that out.
Right.
You definitely can make a luscious snack out of soil layers.
Yes, you can.
And I think the full fat half and half is the winner, right? And the
Oh, yes.
salt definitely made it freeze faster.
Faster, yep.
Because this didn't freeze at all. All right, I think we're out of time.
All right.
I
wow.
had fun. Did you have
I
fun?
had a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun too. So until next time, take a step toward health, one plate at a time.
All right. Thanks.